Hurricanes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
The Hurricanes head coach told me before the game, he told me this is a crucial game to stay focused. He understands coming into this loud and crazy environment against a team that is not ranked in the top 25 could be easy to overlook. But he's shown his players tape all week, and he said, we have to understand every play matters. We cannot look ahead to next week, or this week will be a disaster. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Hurricanes will kick off first, and here we go. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. St. Clair throws for the tight end. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And the draw play, it's about looking over here, looking for pass, and then slipping it in real quick. Defense, too quick getting in the backfield, caging that ball, making it stay in the middle of the field, getting the big TFL.
Cover here on 3rd and long. St. Clair. Out wide right, it's Jackson. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down.
And that's a frustrating drive. Not the drive they were trying to put together. 3 plays, couldn't find a way to break somebody loose. Catching the football, getting tackled. Offense still trying to get in a rhythm, trying to make something happen on their side of the field.
Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Straight ahead, it's Pringle. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls it. He's brought down at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for a first down.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. It won't just be the quarterback. He's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read. And it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball.
Caught, and he's got room. He's at the 10. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And it looked like for a second, man, he was going to take that all away. He was going to score, broke some tackles, made the play, down inside the 5. He finally gets wrapped up. Now this offense set up with a 1st and goal situation.
Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Flips it out in the flat. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And they have the first points of the game.
And I like this offense. I like watching it, man. They find a way to make plays and spread the football around. But I tell you what, I think this QB has an eye for this guy because that's 3 TDs now in 4 games. He wants to find him to make plays, really starting to trust that receiver out wide.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Right side, it's Glover. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
And I tell you what, when you drop back and you know you got that slot work in the middle of the field and you know how fast he is, you just wait for him to come open, throw that strike, and you know he'll take care of the rest. Nice throw, nice catch.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
From the gun on 3rd down, St. Clair. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. He's got great speed. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here's Mensah to throw. Rushes on. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. He's going to run it. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Hits inside, it's Jackson. Got him right there.
That's how you blow up a draw play. That's supposed to hit in between the tackles, but if you can force the ball carrier to bounce outside, you got an opportunity to create a negative play, and they did exactly.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Throwing St. Clair. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Coming out with it, it's Lyle. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick on the second one, and now to try to get things back on track. Pass to 6. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here. When you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
Sees a crease. Turning it on. He's at the 50. The 30. Running inside the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tavian St. Clair rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Right down the middle. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Making his first move. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. On the run, it's Pringle. Oh, he's got some space. The 30, the 20. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
How about the explosive play by this offense? Man, it's so nice to have guys you can hand the football off and just watch him work. Watch him do the rest, the speed, making big plays, breaking tackles. Man, is it nice to have an offense with a playmaker like that.
Didn't take him long to get into the goal-to-go package. Here they are on first down. Throwing, Mensah. It's dropped after taking the hit.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to pass. Big fella moving. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Throws quickly. Touchdown, Canes! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. St. Clair throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part.
Looking deep. Upstairs to make the catch. They finally make the stop, and what a fantastic way to finish off this first quarter after that play. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So first down here as they go back to work. They go play action with St. Clair. Moves to his right. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Looking outside, it's Jackson. They knock him down right there.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's third and long. Throwing St. Clair. Fires to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Splits the uprights. Good. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. The head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
There he goes. Past the 50. He's at the 30. The tag. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Hurricane. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
What a big-time run. He's still running. Over 90 yards. That's one of those when you're running to the end zone, you're looking behind you, you're looking on the Jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch it, and nobody's going to catch him on that huge touchdown run.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. State sending out the offense to start this drive. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this. Snags it, and there's running room. He's at the 40. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
He's brought down at the 20. That's a first down for the offense.
They just flipped the entire field, and now they'll try to cash in on 1st and 10 from the 20. Tavian St. Clair fires into the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, tune up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And he added the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Left side is Rodgers. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
The Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Mensah unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Makes a grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35. You get a guy who can do that on the outside, and it's sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars. The Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
Rolling, throwing, looking right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, the offense is in that fringe area. This is a place where a lot of coordinators like to take shots. They tried one there, just weren't able to come up with it.
2nd and long here. In the backfield, it's White. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
So they have a completion, but not much yardage to show for it as they are looking at 3rd and 10. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
And as just inside that right upright. And that lead grows even bigger.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
That's how you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players, certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Oh, pressure's coming. Out wide left, it's Pringle. I like this, taking the safe play, getting the positive gain, and seeing if you can build some momentum.
And I think it's making the right play, Reese. That's where quarterbacks get in trouble sometimes when they get too aggressive and then they get behind the sticks a little bit. I see a lot of space, take advantage of it, get it to my running back, let him chew that up, and now it's easier on the next down.
Out wide right, it's Gilbert. Breaks into the open. Smashes ahead. Touchdown, Miami! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. St. Clair, they're all over him. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. To the air, it's St. Clair. Throws to the tight end. Got it in the middle, it's Roberts. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
The Buckeyes come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Throwing St. Clair. Fires to the wideout. Left side is Glover. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. One of the great programs in the history of the sport, sort of built on the running game, but these days, Ohio State defined by explosive pass plays.
Yeah, and you can call yourself whatever you want. A lot of people claim different things like wide receiver U, but when you look at Ohio State, the past several years, going back 10 years probably, you could pick so many big names of guys who have been superstars, not only at the college level, but also...
Throws toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeye! Lining up to add another. And it's up and good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass.
38, Ohio State, 24.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Looking for a crease. Turning it on. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. On second down, will they go back to the ground game? They'll ride him again. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Fires to the right. Just gets rid of that one.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a...
The snap to the up man, they'll fake it. Running through contact. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
They had the exact look they had practiced for and what they wanted. The up man gets the snap directly. He's able to use the speed, get the first down, and the chains are moving.
The run inside. It's Pringle. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. That's caught. It's White. Open space at the 25. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Canes.
But man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tavian St. Clair throws to the wideout. Right side, it's Johnson. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Good enough for a first down.
Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. That one just came off his hand badly.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wideout set, trips right. These corners backing off a bit. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Unloads it left. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. Again, it's St. Clair. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
But guys, they're not sending the punt team out there. They're going to go for it. This is a huge risk, and man, if it backfires, they're in trouble. Under pressure. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Swings it out to the flat. Still on his feet at the 45. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Hurricanes. He got a step and just dusted the field.
This is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the 2nd half?
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? On the run, it's Jackson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. St. Clair gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, he gets a positive game.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Breaks through, it's Jackson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That's just an obvious face mask penalty there. No way you're getting away with it. Got to keep your composure there. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. And that is no good. There is a flag on the field, so let's see if he gets a do-over. Just like the end of the game, the first half can finish up with a defensive penalty, so there will be one more untimed down.
Number 96 on the field goal.
And this one is perfect. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. Let's open the show with Vanderbilt taking on the number 14 team, the North Dakota State Bison. And it's the Commodores, able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. And this group is finally able to get into the win column after starting 0-3.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Tells the run, wants to pass. Buying time to his right. He throws it back to the left, a risky ball. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.